Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Mensah Thormas, an executive director of the Xpose, has also come out with a fresh revelation of that matter, and I see it to be an evil plan of the immigration service, which is said they have targeted some regions which is said to be the stronghold of the NDC, and which they see the immigration officers there as a strong NDC member, and that matter they have made emergency transfer of them to different places which will prevent them from the special voting or the general voting. And if it is true, then I think these NPP people are really on it. They want to bring chaos because everybody is on alert for anything that will happen. And I would like you to join me listening to it by yourself. But before you go, I want to remind you of the channel. I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel as a new member, because this is the best place. PENDREAM TV is the best political show channel which you can get the latest gist on. And after watching, please, you can equally send your suggestion through our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777, or leave a comment at the comment section. Thank you.
And then also sorry, KCV the mind. Pacho, quite a form.
Yo, I'm say issue way. Medica at Honka Krabi, but NPP Minabuchana me be muye. It has to do with what is going on within the various security agencies. The Ghana Immigration Service, the military, and the Ghana Police Service. And we'll deal with the immigration there, no, a doxopa, and I have a lot of we are for a mediama producer. Something is going on very strangely in the Ghana Immigration Service. Dedi kind. Some incessant transfers are ECOSO or Ghana Immigration Service no, unprecedented.
Really?
Sir, I mean, security agencies there, say they can transfer you at any point in time.
Okay.
But there is not a timer. Yet you may transfer a large number. It's like almost half of current service personnel have been transferred around the country.
Is it illegal?
It is not illegal. Okay. It is not illegal for the Ghana Immigration Service to do transfers.
Okay.
It is within their powers. They are an employer. Sebi ene o employer ka say, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a problem. The problem is say when the employer is a high-level security agency, play a crucial role in these elections, then the timing of such massive transfers becomes suspicious. So that's the first signal. Number one, the timing. What is triggering this incessant transfers less than 2 months to the next elections? What is triggering that? That's the first question. Number two, I've shared some documents and I have audios, radio on say security service for no. You transfer they transfer them with radio the radio communication signal comes first before even the hard paper. I have all the radio communications. I've given some to your producer. If they can play a few. Okay. If you do a critical analysis of the transfers now, they've targeted places like Aflao, Kulungugu, and then the Banda area. Baby, okay, 2020. I say look at here. Omade a soldier for course. It had to take a sailing to go there because they have some Voltarian settlement along the Volta River over there.
Yeah.
And Paga. So places are they perceive say the settlers no you know perceived to be NDC. Now movie only Akan officers to those places. Now they move the non-Akan officers from those places. In the time I say almost all Voltarian immigration officers at the flower border have been transferred out of the place.
Really?
It is a who could do a flower who can't brought immigration officer.
No,
sorry.
Can you give us evidence?
Well, I've given it to your producer.
There is so many materials to which one on fan to because maybe
so you can put the list, and then you see, and then you can play some of the radio communications.
Which ones now person on
A dozen. I didn't have the chance to label which of them have, but in all the transfers, there's a trend in the transfer, so you can play any of them.
Okay, so now let's deal with the document issue, right? So Kwame, for document chrono to us AMI. All right. The directorate, the management members. So this happened on 30th August 2024.
Yeah.
Ghana Immigration Service headquarters. Okay. So it goes on and on now. Transfers and reassignments. So the underlisted junior ranks have been transferred or reassigned to the stations stated against their names with immediate effect. All right, so you have
so let's check all the officers that have been transferred from Aflao.
Okay, so we deal with Aflao.
Aflao. So you see, first one, Inspector Raphael Acrobeto from Aflao to Mamponting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know free ho. You come to Inspector Asamoah Nutifafa from Aflao to Kumewu. We call the second page now.
No, the same page now, and you have Moses Ofori.
Moses Ofori, Inspector Moses Ofori from Aflao to Brekum.
From
Aflao to Brekum. Okwa, Xavier, the second page, you know.
Yeah.
Xavier Makumato from Aflao to Drobo. You know, so that is for that is for this particular page.
Then Xavier Makumato. Okay, so
yeah,
so this page in
here,
is done. It's done.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
So on this page, but most of the info is on the radio. We know.
Okay.
You can play some. You know, just take one randomly. Let's play. You can pick the signals. So when you do the analysis.
Police officer be asking your boss say I've also been transferred.
From where? From where?
Now him say oh the way say honor that one that say him for no want me trying to respond.
No, I'm not transferring from where to where.
And to be trying to respond. But boss now no asking your boss I've also been transferred.
Come now me say oh dear you police for no so.
Yeah. Okay. So one Intel Awunyano, what is the motive?
So one, they are moving all the airway officers from places the borders perceived to be where the Voltarians or airways are, and then they are only taking the accounts with the perception said the account soldiers will not allow
security personnel
will intimidate said 2020 to intimidate other the citizens, the inhabitants. In fact,
so you think, sir, the immigration department, yes, sir, basically because of the elections.
It's basically because of the elections. Then let me give the second most important aspect of this whole thing.
But what about say, okay, you have 4 beef flower, you didn't come on ponting. If you honest, Mamponte, or you want your boy in this, how can you know?
No, it's not about that. Mamponte, when you about that town, Mamponte will be on crosses from one country to another. A flower no muji say, will be cross border. Abba,
Okay.
And now say obi te border town wo ho enti no ene because
Okay. So Paga ye border town.
Paga ye border town.
Aplao ye-
Aplao ye border town.
Banda.
Banda ye an ewe settlement along the Volta Lake.
Okay.
The Volta River. Hono ye ewe settlement from Kwan.
Okay.
And a Kulungugu.
Kulungungu ye border town. Border town.
Yeah, I think so. I think I need to check.
Yeah.
I need to verify.
Okay, so yeah, one of their radio messages now the mine. Let's quickly yenti omo uncommon bi.
Officers and men are kindly requested to stand by for a message. Your attention, once again grateful for your attention. From the Comptroller General of Immigration, the Directory, all management members, all regional commanders, the Commandant, Immigration Service Academy Training School, the Commanding Officer, Asim Fosu Tepa and IFRA, all sector commanders, all departments, sectional and unit headquarters, Roger, info all controls. Once again, from the Comptroller General of Immigration, the Directory, all management members, all regional commanders, the Commandant, ISA, the Commanding Officer, Asim Fosu Tepa, and
100.5
all sector commanders,
Accra FM.
sectional and unit
Accra FM.
headquarters, Roger, info all control. Roger, subject, transfer, reassignment. Subject, once again, is transfer, reassignment.
Accra FM.
Transfer, reassignment. Grateful. Now the message. The underlisted senior officers have been transferred, reassigned to the stations stated against their names with immediate effect.
Accra FM. Accra FM.
Once again, the underlisted senior officers have been transferred, reassigned to the stations stated against their names with immediate effect. Roger. Name number one. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration. Samuel Amadou Basin Tale from we are grateful. Name number one once again. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Samuel Amadou Basin Tale from Bono RC to headquarters. I repeat, name number one. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Samuel Amadou Basin Tale from Bono RC to headquarters. Name number two. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Enoch Ano Abrakwa from Bono East Regional Commander to headquarters. Name number three. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Peter Edu Apia from headquarters to Bono Regional Commander. I repeat, name number three. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Peter Edu Apia from headquarters to RC Bono Region. Name number four. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Thormas J. from GAR/Operations to Regional Commander Northern Region. I repeat, name number four. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Thormas J. from GAR/Op to Regional Commander Northern Region. Name number 5, Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Justice Osumtin Ayensu, from Deputy Regional Commander Ahafo to Regional Commander Upper West Region. I repeat, name number 5, Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Justice Osumtin Ayensu, from Deputy Regional Commander Ahafo to Regional Commander Upper West Region.
Okay, so Mensah. Yeah.
So
This
we're
is
one of
the-
the tapes for the senior officers.
Okay.
Say man, there are ones for the junior officers.
Okay.
They are moving the people around, and also,
But why do you think say where issue?
Kwabena, what him say? The Electoral Commission wrote to all the security agencies to submit a list of special voting for their officers 1 month ago.
Okay.
Into all the security agencies, including the immigration, have submitted their special voting list to the EC, and the places they will be voting, taking the special voting. So officer Owo Aflauno, his name has been added to the special voting list. Officer Owo Aflauno, his name has been added to the special voting list for Aflao.
They no a transfer no.
And now what 1 month ago, now what transfer any panel to Paga? And I said Banda. Until on the day of the special voting, no? How does this officer travel all the way from Paga to Aflao to come and vote?
Okay, so Mensah, mame en nye kakra wa ha. What cross check whether the EC and the security agencies no are special arrangements where ebia enipa no yes or register e will be a apply special vote no one or better no, but for whatever reason your transfer ne ko ebia yan fan say ebono, right? So ebi o ma ya arrangement bi wo bono ho ya ebe bua ma safo na timi ato o mo ba.
I have cross-checked that with even the immigration. They don't have any such arrangement.
Okay, fair.
There is no such arrangement. In fact, and that is why the officers are complaining. Say, when them saw by transfers, why no transfers? Now we're trying and may register for special voting. My office Accra.
Okay.
My register special voting Accra. O say my transfer Edoko Banda. And to join the special vote, you know, how do you expect me? Because that day I'll be on duty there. And to what arrangement have they made? What is the motivation behind these transfers? Is it that Omujidi said because they've lost the security agencies and so the voter register no transfer go for you and you're creating a situation where the security agencies no can't mean to aba. They can't vote properly. And the omoye main voters register the same thing omoye the security agencies also on the special voting list. And I will urge the NDC to pay serious attention to the special voting list. They shouldn't just focus on the main on the main voters register. They should pay serious attention to the special voting because they plan to do a lot of damage. Because Omanim say, in fact, most and Kwamna Unim, the special voting gives a signal before the elections.
For that one, yes, sure.
Once you lose the special voting, forget it. Forget it. It means even if you win, it means they won't protect you, no matter what you do. So what they want to do,
which means all information. Am I the same with the police service?
Yeah, all the security agencies across. Ukwa, the military, the police. There is massive transfer going on currently as we speak in all the security agencies because they know say they've lost the security agencies. So let's create a situation where these people will not be able to vote on election day. Let's make it difficult for them.
But it affect you also. That is the layman's question. Like,
you see,
say basa say enye yenkwa na be ya
kwabna ono ade na be boa na se nko onye. Wonim so ma kwan na to obeto atia no. A police for omushu omu cap 20 se captain ben de be ya omu kan. Issues about security agencies no kwabna promotion issues. Summary, it just the military move because of unfair promotion. Because of unfair promotion, omoyeno military. It's the same thing with the immigrations. I have a list of so many officers that they've sidelined. People who are due for promotion, they've sidelined all of them.
I see.
On political grounds. And now creating apathy. Personnel demoralized security agencies, especially the junior ranks. They are demoralized. And all of them are waiting to show these people a very bitter lesson. And BB created opportunity so that they will not be able to vote on election day. So we've asked the security agencies, especially the immigrations, because somebody can say they should be able to tell us what alternative arrangement that they are going to put in place for all these officers that they are transferring. They should be able to tell us. Some way, somehow, they can manipulate, move some things around, and win this election. These elections is only going to be won. This election is only going to be is only going to be peaceful if it reflects the true will of the Ghanaian people. Medical Sunday warning at the ama. One more, we will make it threats, say, and I won't have power today or tomorrow, and we are going to do everything in our power to win the next elections. We are going to do this, we are going to do that. Kwabna, there is something we call legitimacy. Legitimacy doesn't come from the Electoral Commission. Kwabna, on se coup no esi ni je no. Even though it was a coup d'etat, the military junta enjoyed the support of the people. Beboa. In Niger, even though it was a coup d'etat, the people, because the people supported the coup and the coup makers, the coup people are still in power, right? That is what we call legitimacy. Because it is only the people that can give you legitimacy. Electoral Commission doesn't give legitimacy. Legitimacy comes from the people. And it say Electoral Commission for this say you be ko ye be any security agency for near so well you ma when trouble na be won na be declare obi or say Dr. Bamia your president mu diagro.
So with a submission yes the kind of messages are mean you know ordinary citizens. So
yeah,
some are police, some are military personnel sending me messages with the kind of transfers which they don't understand. And the entire idea is still made, you know, how they can use it to manipulate the elections. I'm just thinking through.
Yeah, they have so many games up their sleeve that they want to play in this election. Because my tested what test now. And we said the usual game they played in 2016, 2020,
say you be
win M1 too. They say no, what they want to do is say again you bet me ma Ghana for be brain ya quite trouble. Because yet me reduce the number of people going to the polls are. And you bet me one yeah cost can run the crown, bet me the one team. Any this the military near the day. You know? Because but it won't work. It won't work. They lost this election in 2022. This election, you lost the election in 2022. And you feel about lose election so.
Obi officer we are sending me message. You say, Bobby, I know a number of officers who come from the Fidiase Asokore constituency, who didn't go to the constituency in person to transfer their votes, but it was done for them.
Yeah.
What did the organizer say? So some of the people's voters no almost transfer no, even though
one quiet transfer,
but when we are
transferring, I'm on security agencies for the better. They don't want them to vote because I'm on first special voting no, and a special voting no results so I'm to we are among the security agencies. They're able to know where the thing is moving towards, and then they all rally behind who the winner is going to be. That's how it happens in most elections. And you know, after the special voting, you know, they know already the security agencies, because national security, they have all the intelligence. They know who is winning the elections based on the outcome. Because these officers, apart from say, we are uniform now, the ordinary Ghanaians. I'm more born in our Bunedia Komubi. I'm so suffer. I'm so you don't know.
All right, I'll come back to you.
And you know, all these things affect them. And to tell we are, it sends a signal, and all of them then rally behind whoever they think is going to win the next elections. And to one we officer Obama command could be a few because they know where the election is going already.
All right.
So that is what they are trying to avoid, and trying to make them, frustrate them and prevent them from voting, and make sure that they don't have the opportunity to vote. Come now.
Okay. So Kofi says, Bobia, they have sent some electorates from, they have moved some electorates from Domeko Abenya to Ayawaso North constituency. And as to whether those people are NPP or NDC, you can't tell. Now, another message here says, good day, Commander. And now, Banda Town has pockets of villages that share borders with northeastern Ivory Coast. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I have some friends there. Mayor Jumeya, they have been testing me, sending me messages. And, all right. So, hey. I'm up for sending message. Now, Bobby, a special voting is held 3 days before the general elections. The security forces may have to spend more for the officers to travel to and fro before election day. Okay, so as to whether they are going to provide them cars, say movement be full, like a be easy amount, one issue.
Arrangement. You see, how do you provide transportation? Because the say on election day, officers at maybe say Aflao or Paga. Sa officer no, you must vote to Aflao. Officers never hono, and you mean vote to Aflao. Ebia officer back, ebia on your transfer any free, ebia banda. You transfer back to every Kumase, transfer back to every ebia Western region, and a call. Who don't mean a best car back home? Are you going to provide one car for the flower person, one car? What is the logistical demand for some of these things?
So to analysis now, as the whole ideas, they are just creating inconvenience.
So some of them will just okay. So young fan say, oh dear, young fan say, come now, young fan say, even make provisions come on Mokrana. Officer no, election day no, yeah, Juma, ewo Paga. So me vote to a flower. Come now 3 days from a flower to Paga and back. 3 days before election day. What sort of income? And you know, Nipano, what I say, Charlie, min could near away and trust and quantity come back. Now me buy a Mensah year Juma because the election, you know, and yet one day, you're 2 years on to say, but declare after so before, during, and after the elections, they are working straight through that period.
All right, so Lewis Francis says, good afternoon, Mr. Obi. I'm watching you live from Bosume Frehon in Ashanti region. Togbi Badasu says, action speaks louder than words. Kufuor's last days was characterized by midnight shenanigans, yet power changed hands what this crop of nation wreckers are doing is to instill fear into the people, but it won't work. All right, so Hunter, Electoral Commission, NDC demonstration, and my main call, okay, so yentie fifikwete on a demonstration basso on 17th, and this for raise and yema baby. Now the question is sa approach we a beboa, and how far can the NDC go to make sure say they see a free and fair elections, which any day will give them victory to steer the affairs of this country. You go to Fifi Fiave Kwete, National General Secretary, Edema the NDC, and on a police focus here and command on your man for Eddie. Charles McCarthy is asking, Bobby, so is that radio communication of a security agency? Well, yes.
We had a very good meeting with the regional police. We had a very good meeting with the regional police bosses. And the agreement is that we are going to proceed with our demonstration on the 17th of this month. That's next Tuesday. And it's going to happen not just in Greater Accra, but in all the other regions of the country at the same time. We wanted to have a confirmation about the endpoints. In terms of the routes, we had an agreement that we're going to start from the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, proceed through to Farisco, continue through TUC, continue through the ministries and come all the way to Parliament, and then end up in front of the premises of the Electoral Commission. We wanted to have the exact location. That's why we came in the police to come and see exactly where it is we wanted to have the termination point, and we've been able to agree on that as well. Generally, in terms of the importance of this demonstration, is to say that it is something that is beyond the NDC. It's a critical election ahead of Ghana. It is in everybody's interest to ensure that especially the register that's going to be in the center of this whole election is credible. It's one that everybody can have absolute confidence in. We've had clear instances to say that there are issues, and we are pressing for forensic audit to be done, and that actually is the reason why we want to embark on this demonstration. Like the NCO just rightly said, if there's really nothing to hide, then there should really be no problem at all. You should be able to open your door and say, listen, come and check and be certain that there's nothing, in order for the whole country to proceed knowing that everything is okay. So generally that's what it is. We are asking the whole of the country to join this demonstration. It's critical for our peace, it's critical for our the very safety of our elections, to ensure that this country is able to go to election and come out in one piece. It's critical. So really that's why we are going on this demonstration.
So the police have given you the all clear?
Absolutely. We had a very good meeting with the regional police bosses. And the agreement is that we are going to proceed with our demonstration on the 17th of this month. That's next Tuesday. And it's going to happen not just in Greater Accra, but in all the other regions of the country.
Mensah, Western Regional Communication Officer, NDC, Western Regional Communication Officer. Mensah, Akwaba. Boko Diaminia.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, more flag bearer, Akasa, say on the 17th, across the country, more yetre editia EC. Nyamodi achese agro omunimu di mompe. Mo national chairman Abekasa, general secretary Akosia police for and ama ose ekwamu daho. Takrade Western region ebudaho. Why ready?
Ebudaho papa. Yeah, the message now call all our constituencies na
ebinada takra de be butu.
Mo akosia police for bibia ye.
Ya de card ya kama police for bibia da na kwe ma oye ebinada anapa no nsia pepepe le hye ye ndwumedi na ase wo oye takra de mall park no de nyim wo de wona ya to safra ya branch executives police say party sympathizers, not even only NDC, all minority parties nina. Tabe sabi wala je Mensah no oya ma watre na nya atre no ntododo. Asomdwe ya Ghana ya woma ya hand over the ma president Akufo-Addo. No to ma ba appointing as electoral commissioner no. Opedo this is agwe. Opedo to form. Nti ibia ye bibia nchen mo hu de ye nya abre na ye be che na ebna de Ghana fu ye na nya abre papa so onye MPP fu apa mi biara onkwo no nkaka che won de ma na meka so mboa ma na menyo fa apa me ba muntu me execute apa me na we che meguo
and someone more party leadership are raising about illegal voter transfers and monya sa issues ni bi wo Western region
across the country on your Western region nkwetwe
no would deal wo dia mo dia no Western region
the Western region we have so many cases ye table in apa yada the regional commissioner of electoral commission one regional boss
but kabako tire
secondly bi wa hade secondly constituency Afia constituency Kwesimitim constituency Asankagwa constituency we have tabled everything tabe sabi wara abatu wa ma na yeza abatu eche mu ne bobe ya ma yesem ya ache yen kotu aba yen hu ne de electoral commissioner when si kitchen there opedo ya Ghana football bobe enti aba 2019 ya kotu 2019 the Mensah yakekanya wente yakotu aba wa Ghana from the 1992 we started multi-party democracy and the electoral commissioner bi aba we be declare result na lako no waso na aba we be change result waso na akọ wa aba we be change result ya voters registration exercise area 2024 so area look at the data you brought out. A national data out, you know. It took the National Democratic Congress to come and rectify the mistakes. For an voters transfer area. The data we have, the records we have, is not in conformity with your own. Yes, the form person. What's I know you don't want to do it. About you know what to about one over to my empedema political the
okay, and which means constituencies need to converge or takrade.
Yes, to me, already opposition. I want you to me kind of constituencies in Amfi, Asankagwa, Elibo, Nazembra. But the 5 metro constituencies, secondly, takrade, Afia, Kwesimitim, Eskadekatan, and I met your convert or fund and takrade Jubilee for a Jubilee Park in Channel. Oya takra de mo na nyim wo ne ye da fa afia ye de bo po efijai ye fefijai ya ka fa nkotompo ya tomato sekendi na ya kwa katina oya electoral commissioner aso ya ko ya de ye no wodu ya de ye no wo ma wodu sifufu ya de ye no your finance ye wodu ka apele bibia ya de ye na edibani na aboko so won ka bi papa nche na yenyan fiwo.
But other constituencies na Libo nomini ade so make me about fine, right?
No, you have to sell for one but we cannot transport them in their maximum quantity. Executives know women wanna walk to one car, wanna walk there to but the metropolis we have the numbers. Don't be worried at all. We will show gentlemen the Ghana no about to know on to before to form crowd.
All right. Yeah, that's cake. Enko Bono East. Namini Mustafa Suleiman, communication officer Enko Kasa. Mustafa Akwaba.
Yeah, Commander Boa.
Pacho Boko there.
Adom Empire Bo.
Yo, and now mo national chairman aka, mo flag bearer aka. And then my general secretary Akosia police deɛ wɔn mu anisa mo se EC4 sisi mo enti mo mpanimfoɔ se nyame adoma 17th brother way mu gyina mu across the country na Bunu East ɛwɔ ahoboabo ate sɛ boye
yo penyin kɛseɛ me da ase mede nka ma menkyia watiefo ne wahwɛfoɔ nyinaa ɛyɛ Bunu East yɛyɛ krado ɛm sɛ yɛ national chairman de nsɛm no to dwa no ɛhɔ a na yɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ yɛkeka yɛ ho ebi sɛ wohwɛ a yɛ region ha abɛyɛ region baako a NPP foɔ etu wɔn ani esi ɛso paa wɔn ne EC ɛne sɛ wokae abra na di ntwerɛ na ɛkɔ so no yɛ region ha ɛyɛ Nkransa South ɛhɔ na ɛyɛ NPP parliamentary candidate a ogyina wɔ hɔ ɛkɔ se sɛ baase baako nnan ɛte sɛ akoko board for a yɛwɔ listen nyinaa baase oberegister mu wɔ Nkransaman na hɔ no de esi yɛ deɛ daakye na ebedi ho nkɔmɔ efi hɔ ɛyɛ Techiman South munim ne esi yɛ nti Techiman South so yɛ krado ebre ɛha nso na His Excellency the incoming president ebe declare say 2024 abatoɔ no is going to be do or die nti ɛyɛ krado a yɛyɛ hyehyɛ a 11 constituencies no yɛn afini a yɛde kɔ ɛne agenda 1111 wohwɛ 2020 na you will need 10 presidential seats in Nkransa North penny you to receive presidential hall and a parliamentary so you 9 and you chinchin and so with Techiman South a J Bako and a car 8 but this time around no say agenda 1111 no abeko yamaya na che say ɛyɛ saa neɛ EC person ɔyɛ no etumi si ho kwan into bisa me a na Bunu East yɛayɛ preparation 11 constituencies no wokɔ chairman secretary organizer enimu di hyɛmu awie a ɔmo prepare ɔmo constituencies a ɛyɛ da no ɛso na sɛ EC onyanyɛ neɛ yɛaka kyerɛ sɛ ɔnyɛ no a ɛyɛ de mu no bo sɛ Techiman abɛwo so paa nti kakra no kafa ɛyɛ preparation towards demonstration no
na mone ɛwɔ police for ahyia bibia yɛ bɔkɔ
nne ɛna ɛde nkrata ɛkɔ dan ɛyɛ police administration nti afei na yɛtwɛn sɛ police commander no ɔbɛmɔ yɛ muayɛ no akyerɛ da yɛne no ɛnhyia ne ndi nkita ho
okay nti brada no ɛsoro payo edwa mɔkɔ
saa pɛpɛpɛ gye sɛ yɛso yɛnya order from above yɛ national executive yɛka kyerɛ sɛ yɛntwentwɛn so ɛnyɛ saa brada no yɛbɛsi no ɛwɔ Ghana ha 16 regions no ebi nso besi ɛwɔ Bunu East
na when we mu nyina ɛyɛ region constituencies 11 right 11 and mu nyina mo converge ɛwɔ Techiman
sabe pepe
Techiman hefa
pacho ebe converge ɛwɔ Techiman Zongo MA Park ɛhɔ na yɛnyina ebehia
that's right na kyerɛ sɛ ye di agora nipa bɛyɛ mpema hanu aha sadeɛ mu piom asikrom
bebre ebi sɛ ba constituency bus bia makora enye ne nine so you can imagine and at Techiman South Nkran so no your voter population no ɛyɛ 152,000 now 152,000 na NDC it me to abane over 50,000 now you can imagine and as ada no so enye gada Techiman ye gada ye okuyada yawada ena fiada saa emere na wo ya ade a na nipa no wunya no okodidwa ebi se yeso ye galamsey site no ba ye galamsey ye de sensuo se kwaye e wo de didie na akwaye benada no de ere de kowa di kowa obi abepie
kowa de kowa monyere mo ho obi aka se munya ya ma munya wate
Pacho obi akwa to be kaje die e say do or die no e Techiman na twa no furuma
well, anyway, all right. So, Bunu East and Yakoya no, but Tommy, what ye EC Director of Elections with Evans Mensah and the kind of response or the MI about this voter transfer issues,
Bobby. I mean, listening to interview, no, I'm even shocked. I'm even shocked to the bone because me and I'm requesting for data. And I'm about the parameters of the data me pay. Say this election, because even those have registered the register go through a process. Every election cycle, that process ends, and then a new process begins. And you know, processes are we up to 2020 no. Those processes have ended. And now about 2024 elections. And I'm saying, Mame, the data on the transfer list of voters in 2024 was it there be J 2021 the account made the 2022 so the account was the 2020 the account 2021 the account 2022 the account now 2023 said a bad doors one who was say they want to check the migration of the voters. What is the job of the Electoral Commission? To check how voters migrate? And then the Juma idea my Electoral Commission
or Kasa, what is the meaning?
Say they want to see which voters have moved from one place to the other. Is that the job of the Electoral Commission? To check how voters migrate? How is that your business? And you know, obviously, money list. Now, on final audit now, what say there be because you want to check how voters migrate? But the 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, we didn't account. We didn't now bomb into jet. Obano be complaining chirewa. What say? Oh, Neoka say a mistake and any mistake. Na because I made 2021, 2022, 2023 the account enti na eyesa no. Kwabna ma here no kase bibi ha no. Bibi ha no. Ma here kase bibi ha no. Because Yamao Nipan omo requested data. They are auditing, and the data and I'm say, give me 20 because now saying we have voter transfer,
Yeah.
And I'll say, give me the data of the recent transfer that you did. What say there be the 2021, 2022, 2023, the account answer. Because when him say, what the 2020, 2024, the Mawa. Mama, all the illegal transfers no more anything.
Yeah.
Was it made 2021 they are fra?
Oh, the brewer is so.
And also there be men pet 2021 there no. Men pet all the mama 2024 kwa there no so akodani asem. Come na kwasa asem be netin hukum he.
But so when him say we cleaner, let's do the private auditing.
Enya no. What's it that mean yet?
I don't know your bottom sika.
Omo background omo say what the yenye live telecast no be who say and yes and this way need to 2015 or 2016 but me by a press conference say well who know over how many thousand ghost names or register so 76,000 or can be 10 or the 10 pen by a present PowerPoint no say the akano or we are the baby seen there ebe seen there you who know the aka the remaining 76,000 you who ye. So, and this is for someone pennies. They want to show to everybody, say they are just not making noise. They have all the data. They've done their own independent auditing, and they think that their data doesn't reconcile with the one on the register. And yena yeba yebe be mo be hu bia wo se there be me media for me me magana for hu no mo bi. Oso okay wo de wate wo de men ye live telecast no je yenye auditing. Yempe se wuntime nya yempe independent auditor. Ni audit register ni hu say asemasia or register of police station A ni di da so police station A ye nyi ni di nkoto police station B wo se menye o nya sesen so enti no kwabna I think say boni na nkofo epeso mu di no o ma bo mu tiri mu poso epeso mu di boni no but kwabna may come Electoral Commission for atiase say election we no they better do the elections. You say so try all the ano. No what genentem. they should do these elections once and for all. Munya bibia pepe ni abawe ni yanto ne baako pe.
No be anko
the baby. Because omo say ebe ye gidi na say na election no na ye di ahomeche ne akoto a ene ka abano December 7th election in maso. And now omo ye election bia so they will conduct these elections as many times as it will reflect the true representation of our constitution.
But what I see about Kufuado and Mensah and the team we on say opani bia wa beso Ghana mu bia mpese Ghana bebo egunitiri so. So last minute no they do the right thing. And at this point, even in 2008 you can trust Kufuor. There are so many things Kufuor had wanted Kufuor to do in 2008 and Kufuor told him point blank say Masa my problem be a mama swame besnim yen kofi ye lose besnim yen kofi, and that is the difference between Kufuor and Kufuor. But with this time around acquire so many best sekura no we are prepared. I mean that is what I see.
Kabina, we are all prepared for that. Kabina say we are all prepared. Kabina, you see we won't sacrifice the destiny of this country in the name of love for this country. Kabina, if this country has to go down for us to rebuild this country again, we must do it. And to say Kufuor no join say, oh, one pen and person mine bo. Say ya mama wi aba we mu a o man be bo de no man be nyabo. O man be nyabo.
Where should it be so?
Kwamna is going to be so. The no make kono is going to be so.
You see, Omana already above. Do we have forests today? Do we have our water bodies? Do we have our farmlands? Do we have them? We don't have it. Nipa yankwa age na de so. Emframa ye home. Aduane ye die. Ene ensu aye nom. What say ni nyina? Now Ghana want to rebuild our country because we have given you 8 years to do it. When to me anye. Na Ghana for 2 million de ma wo no. Ebre na so. Ye begie to me near the money pa. Ye nim so betumi aye. What say one penny? Wa bo man no. Near man to aso. Never. Intina me sha say me ka say ya nya forensic audit na about one ma so. There won't be any president. Say Chief Justice be if oh never say so any Speaker of Parliament better. There won't be any Speaker of Parliament. Chief Justice, there won't be any judiciary. Ye nyina ye betie sim.
Kwabna, mole. And if Kufuor join say oh there's go there say election no crowd masoa after January 7th. Oh, or that's your president one more brother.
Boy.
One more brother. Come now, Kufuor's and the NPP government's tenure ends on the midnight 7th January 2025. It does matter whether there has been an election on the eve and I make on the eve the 7th. And I make no say it does that time no. Now say there has not been any successfully held elections that has given us a precedent. There's going to be a huge vacuum. And at that time, anything can happen. And the more be say a hono and who say abodam for gukrum hapa. Come na and kofa bo mo ho. You know kofa ma bo mo ho pa twa nkofo mo. And you see, come na this election say we want this election to be peaceful, fair and transparent and quiet.
That is the
That's
Ghanaian
what we
approach.
want. That's what we want.
That is the Ghanaian
But
approach.
going to these elections, no. Me personally, I am envisaging so many scenarios. And we are going to prepare for each scenario. And each scenario, we are ready for each of the scenarios that can play out in these elections. One of the scenarios, and they say there will not be any election. That is one of the scenarios. The other scenario is they say there can be an election, but the election has to be reconducted. The other scenario, they say we can go into this January 7th without a president. There's another, and also the people of Ghana, we are prepared for that scenario. See, at every length, we are prepared to face them at every level we are preparing for each scenario as we go into these elections. Because we are not going to allow them to control to hold this country. And you know, Electoral Commission yenentem na bibia asumdwemra yekoto abey na obia ho nto no kwabna enye sade a ne epo mo ba o mutirimu ensisa ya mo ye scenarios so mo ne military for any calculate the omni we are prepared for each of the scenarios that can play out in this election.
Let me go to Eastern Region. Kwajo Dankwa, Eastern Regional Communication Officer, NDC. Kwajo.
Kwabna.
Boko de minua.
Minua na do no ho na wo
Boko. Mo flag bearer kasa, mo national chairman kasa, mo general secretary akosia
Thank you for watching. PENDREAM TV really appreciates your time. Please, this is an election year and we need everybody's help. Anything you hear, please, which you want the world to hear, you can equally send a voice to us through our WhatsApp number, which is showing on the screen as well. Let your vote be counted. Let your action represent a win. Thank you.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.